Well, yesterday, the sports world was really shaken regarding the coronavirus, and it just took a turn as well on the motorsports side earlier this morning. This was when I woke up yesterday. Let me tell you something. I was watching Get Up on ESPN. A lot of you guys know I'm a big fan of the NBA. I had a feeling something could happen as early as tonight regarding any changes to basketball games, and they suspended operations. That's just insane. And we've seen stuff about March Madness. We've seen stuff. We haven't seen that much stuff yet about NHL, but we saw stuff coming through in the motorsports world earlier today. Let's break it down for you all. I'm recording this as of 10:36 a.m. at the moment. So I'm going to start things off with what came first. And I am stating facts here and not opinions. Once we get into a better side of things, then we'll see if I can state opinions and not facts. So, first off, regarding Formula One, the McLaren F1 team has withdrawn from the Australian Grand Prix because of the coronavirus. It was one of its team members has tested positive, and he was put into self-isolation after suffering symptoms of the virus. We haven't heard anything yet from the Australian Grand Prix organizers, the FIA, or Formula One itself on whether or not this race will go on as planned or not. But all we know right now is that there will be one team not at the Australian Grand Prix, and that is the McLaren F1 team. We also have some news on NASCAR. Next weekend, not this weekend at Atlanta, but next weekend at Homestead, Miami. The mayor of Miami / Dade County has announced that the next weekend NASCAR races at Homestead Miami Speedway, so Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup, have been postponed at this time. NASCAR will be deciding whether or not to hold the race without fans in the future. We should know more details on this later this afternoon at around 1 o'clock Eastern Time, because NASCAR has announced they will announce near-term schedule changes at the time. That's what I'm hearing on Twitter through Bob Pockrass at the moment. Let me make sure that this is yes. Near-term race event scheduling at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today. No decision yet, obviously, whether it runs without fans or is postponed to a later date. Those are NASCAR's options. And we got another story in from the IndyCar series about St. Petersburg. This just got confirmed through SiriusXM. Number one, general admission will be cut off to fans, so this race will be held behind closed doors / closed streets, whatever you want to say about it. We are expecting a later statement today through the St. Petersburg Grand Prix officials whether or not this race will continue or not. I'm going to see if I can bring my buddy Kelvin from RSN Trackside on, and we can break down everything that's been going on, give our thoughts and reactions on it, if we can decide or not. And any updates we get regarding motorsports, stay tuned to the channel. Very big day in motorsports regarding COVID-19. And at the end, and I'll just say a public service announcement at the end. The best we can do right now is to just wash your hands, cover your coughs and sneezes, and I promise you we will get through this and we will all get better. That's the update. Thank you all for tuning in, guys. Once again, stay tuned for further updates on what's happening in the world of motorsports.